It's a milestone and long-awaited moment for us, and our kitchen's biggest transformation yet. We're finally getting our stone benchtops in our kitchen and bar area. The impact is absolutely enormous, and it really makes the kitchen feel like it's coming together. We hope you enjoy this one.
Hi, puppy! Oh, is this what it's going to be like in the kitchen?
Yeah, that's right. This is how we're going to cook.
Just chunks of food in our...
Chunks of food in our hair.
Don't put him up there. Careful, Papa.
He's not going to just fall.
He's a sausage.
He is a sausage.
Oh, my little boy.
We won't be able to do this for much longer because
today's the day. Today's the day we finally get our benchtop.
It's benchtop Christmas.
It's benchtop Christmas.
Very long-awaited.
Long-awaited.
Day today, and an enormous amount of work and energy, videos, detail, design, you name it, has gone into this moment to getting this looking good.
And the thing about it is it's a real milestone for us because it does mean that we can really kick into the finishes for the kitchen and bar area. So really from this point onwards we're 100% into the finishes. There's multiple elements of risk here, I would say. One element is we decided to put the island bench in one piece because if we have a break line in it, it's going to be really noticeable. The stone we've chosen has like really bold veins in it, and so if we do decide to do a join in it, as good as the join can be, you're going to see it. That's what the stonemason said, you're going to see the join. They were like, it's a risk to have it in one piece. I'm sure it'll be fun. We've got more guys on it, but there's an element of risk that it'll break.
It certainly is.
And that's the risk that we decided to take, which I'm very nervous about. I think once the island bench is in, I'll feel much better about the situation. We actually went with a company called Smartstone. They use a process called, I can't remember what it's called. Sintering, which is like they use like the waste product of stone and I think resins, and then they put it under immense pressure and it creates like a very, very hardy product where you can't scratch it, you can't stain it, and they do have some really good designs. And of the non-actual natural stone options, this is one where it could actually look like a beautiful vein, whereas it was quite hard to find interesting veining in things like porcelains. That's what my experience was. So yeah, we went with this, but it's still nerve-wracking to see what it's going to look like.
I'm very excited.
We of course have to start off with the piece de resistance, the island bench. This is the hero piece of our kitchen, and seeing it come together is quite amazing.
We're totally obsessed with it.
We've just dreamt of it for so long, and seeing it exist is kind of...
It's real. It's actually real, and it's amazing the impact.
I think it's actually going to take a second to get my head around the fact that it's here. And as you can hear, she has a lovely feel to her, like a big, thick, heavy piece of stone. That's what we wanted. So from the design, we have our sink cut out here. So we did an undermount white sink. This is a matte white sink from a brand called Memo. They're an affordable version of like a Frankie sink, and it comes with all the accessories that you need. It's been a really good purchase for us.
Yeah.
And it looks really good. It doesn't take away from the stone. You can go things like a matte black or a silver or gold, but we just wanted it to sort of disappear into the stone so you wouldn't even really notice the sink there, to reduce the eyeballs on it. But it is big enough so that you can drain your dishes in here, you can put things in here without having a drainage sink, and again, that comes with the accessories. We've got our holes here to install our tap, which is very exciting. We'll do that later. And in terms of the actual design of this piece, it's obviously got the curved edge on one side, the square edge on the other. And the veining that we've chosen is a really bold vein. So this piece was like end to end of the slab essentially, and captures some of the most beautiful veining from the slab. And it's come out so beautifully. It's a bit of a feature vein, definitely bold, which is what we wanted.
Now we had to just temporarily slide this in place because it looked real weird with this splashback piece just not having it framed nicely within this whole area we've got, but we actually weren't even too sure we were going to get this splashback piece out of our stone, so we bought 2 slabs to do everything in this back of the house. This piece we weren't too sure whether we were going to keep for other projects in the house, ensuite bathrooms, all the other bits and pieces, and we weren't too sure about how everything else is going to cut out onto the slab pieces, but we basically had this huge piece left over that we absolutely committed to doing a really nice tall splashback, and super excited and so happy that we got it because this piece is just amazing. It's got, as we have on the island bench, an amazing amount of veinage right through the middle, which is probably better for the cooktop too. It's probably going to be a little bit less obvious with splashes and things like that with the oven that's going to go right in the middle. But we have some really amazing tapware. Look at our pot filler that's going to go right in the middle here too. So that pop of brass is really going to be incredible. And then it's just going to frame really nicely. We've got our range hood to go in the middle and our tiled splashbacks, which will continue up to the ceiling. So very amazing, super heavy. You know, these cabinets have definitely been designed and built by us so that they transfer all that load right down. They're not sitting on little plastic legs or anything like that, and you do need to take that into account when you're dealing with really heavy finishes, heavy splashbacks. All that weight's going to want to push down, so make sure you take that into account for your cabinetry. And our last area.
Our beautiful wet bar area. The sink is just behind Brad here. It is so cute. Such a cute little sink.
It is a miniature version of what we've got in our island bench. Same matte white finish, same brand. So all the accessories work with this styling as well. So everything is compatible, which is cool.
Great undermount sink. Again, it doesn't detract from the style and design of the slab. Perfect choice for something like this.
Yeah, and this is really great. And another one of the bigger reasons why we went with this stone as well with this range is the full body build-up too, which makes an enormous difference. Originally we were going to go with a porcelain, and most porcelains just have a face print on the top, whereas in here we've got all that beautiful detail of the colour that is consistent throughout the body of it, so that's called a full body print. It is quite continuous in terms of how the printer actually makes these slabs, almost. And you can see everything's on that same angle, but it does trick the eye into believing that it is a nice continuous finish, so you don't really pay too much attention to it. So at a glance and at first interpretation of the slab, it goes a really long way for the visual.
This coffee bar area is going to transform. We've got the uppers to put on. We can tag the video. We'll put them up in the rest of this video, so we'll see it sort of come to life. But this is going to come together quickly.
Yeah, it is. I'm very excited to throw it all together now.
Sorry.
It just turned into a seagull.
I'm not known for my brute strength. I like to say my arms are like wet noodles, which I'm working on. Strength is important, ladies. But it's just the two of us, so we had to figure out a way, and I'm pretty glad we didn't get that on camera. I'm gonna go. At one point, Brad said, "You stopped breathing and you went bright red like a beetroot." But it looks phenomenal.
It does look phenomenal.
I'm so sick of you today.
Well, stop saying silly words. Got the doors to go on, and then we've got the other cabinet to go here, and then this will be our beautiful bar area. All the doors I've taken off because I'm painting them currently. I thought I would save you the hassle of watching me paint. But they're green. Let me actually show you. So they're a really, really beautiful green colour, and then we've got the gorgeous rust veining and like grey veining of the countertop, of the bench tops, and then the beautiful American walnut cupboards. Like, it's match made in heaven. Match made in heaven.
And then we will have also like a muddy green tile for the bar area, because I wanted it to be a bit of a moody bar area. So it's all coming together. These two doors have Chai's hair in them. So you see at the very top, they've got a piece of Chai hair each. So we're just seeing it as a little bit of Chai will stay with us always.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Push it further up. That's it.
Oh God.
Time. Take time. Take time.
Thank God you have enough strength for both of us.
I forgot what it looks like with these cabinets up on the bench.
It's been a while.
And it's been a long time. They've been basically facing the back wall there for the last 6 to 8 months while we did the rest of the kitchen and the rest of this area. So having these up has made a massive difference to this area, and I'm so glad to see it finally come together with the finishing bench tops. It's been a dream.
It looks beautiful.
An array of words that could have come out there.
Yeah, I was cycling through it. I think, obviously we have got a lot of finishes to do in this area. I mean, the benches alone are so far beyond what we could imagine. They're so beautiful. But then with that beautiful American walnut tone is sublime. Sublime.
It truly is sublime.
So I think once we have the green, that moody deep green that comes into the picture, and the tiling, and then we start to do the fit-offs like our lighting, and Brad's going to wire in the cabinets because we have the custom LED strips in there, which adds this like beautiful warm glow. Go check out that video if you haven't seen it, because Brad making these cupboards is unbelievable and you should see it.
A very cool project.
It's such a cool project, it was such a cool process to see come to life. So yeah, as we pull in all of the details, it's going to really start to feel like what we had imagined, I think.
I think it is. It's amazing. It's all coming to fruition now. It is as we imagined.
Yeah.
We had a little sample of what this stone benchtop would look like, just tucked under the benchtop while it was propped up with sticks. And now it's got the whole thing there, and it's exactly like what we thought it was going to be. So it's nice to see it all come to our expectations.
It is, and you know, once the wine cooler is in and the beer fridge, and we've got this really cool wine rack that we're building with a funky design, all the bits and pieces start to pull together, and that's something that's really exciting. But thank you for watching another video. This has been like a real milestone. I feel like we all did it together.
We couldn't have done it without
We couldn't have done it without you. We've done this. This has been a team effort. But our next one is gonna get more and more exciting from here.
Yeah, we're really building off what we've just started. So these are big handbrake release for these benchtops. All the finishes are going to come together. So be sure to stay tuned, because in a few months I'm living here. And I say I'm because Sam's just about to fly to Italy.
I'm going to Europe. But Brad is determined to be here.
I'm locked in.
He's locked and loaded. So thank you for joining, and we will see you in the next one.
Real shortly.